Ladies and gentlemen, Lenny March here with MMA Unhinged, and I'm here with Cole Lloyd at McNaldo's MMA here in Hebburn. I was gonna say South Shields, but I don't want to. I don't want to. Yeah, so Hebburn, Cole, mate. First of all, how are you?
Sorry, man, I'm good, man. Just training as usual. Hard work. Yesterday, I had 6 rounds of wrestling back to back, and then 5 rounds after that back to back. So I'm graphing still. Don't worry about that, man.
That's what you want. I want to start off with the last fight with Ben Cooper. A tough fight for you and Rise and Conquer. Ultimately, just talk to me a little bit about that loss. How do you feel as we're about, a few months out from there?
Don't want to swear, but I was annoyed just because it was more on my end what I did wrong. Obviously, he did the right stuff, but I thought it was more what I did wrong rather than what he did right. I knew that going into the first fight, I was losing that first round, 100%, just because I wanted to chip away at his leg, which what I'd done. Then he cracked us. I was rocked. I shot too early because I misjudged the timing and got caught in a choke. I knew I was getting choked, but I didn't know how. I could hear Joe shouting, "Fight the arms," but that was it, man. There wasn't really much I can do. If you put us in the gym now, put us in that position against purple belts, brown belts, I'll escape it every time. Even Joe puts us in the position from even Todd Heron fight. The last 2 subs have been called. Joe puts us in them. I escape every time. It was just on the night you got it. You know what I mean?
Things happened, and unfortunately, as you mentioned now, you got it that night. I want to talk about the biggest takeaway, and I remember speaking to you after the fight, and you kind of felt like, you didn't have enough beef on you. I think it's something like that along them lines. It felt like you were a child frame, and you had to kind of beef up to get out to your man frame. Is that the biggest takeaway from this fight? It's just kind of filling out now.
100%. I'm waiting for my body to develop. Bantamweight isn't forever. I want to go to at least lightweight, even welterweight in the future. I need to put the weight on. I need my body to develop. I've put on weight since the last fight. I'm not a massive bantamweight, but I'm quite a big one. Do you guys? I just want to get that massive part, and then I'll pick everyone apart.
Like you mentioned there, you want to go to lightweight. And how tall are you? 6 foot, 6'1"?
6'1", 6'2". I need to get myself measured. Really, it's just a debate in the gym. My 6'2", my 6'1".
So at bantamweight, that's pretty big for a bantamweight. So like you mentioned, maybe lightweight is the future. And whilst we're on the topic of the future, what does that look like for you? Obviously, in terms of when you're looking to get back, how does that play out in your head?
I just want one more fight this year. That's all I want. November, October. I wanted to do the Machine in October, but obviously that was full 30 fights or whatever. I've got to wait. Rise and Conquer, I'm up for that. Machine, I'm up for that. I just need an opponent, really, man. I want one more fight, though. That's it for this year. I can't fit in 2.
How are you looking to bounce back? Obviously, in terms of that loss to Ben, what's on your mind of looking to go into that cage next time out and not necessarily putting things right, but in your own head, righting them wrongs and bouncing back, getting back into the win column.
I mean, I'll take a win any way, submission, knockout, or decision, but I'm going for either a submission or a knockout. I want to finish next fight, TKO, anything, just to make a statement that, my first win's a decision. I've improved since that first win, it was a year ago, and I know how much better I've got. I just need that moment. I'll take it, and then that'll be it. I'll win.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you feel like you mentioned there? You obviously stepping into that, the cage sort of, first time there with Todd. How do you think you've changed, evolved, developed since that time? And you mentioned there you have, but you haven't had that chance to kind of show it inside the cage.
Yeah, again, I've just been tested. I won my first fight against Caden, and Todd and Ben just got tested straight away. I took Todd on short notice. Ben, I had a long camp, 3 months. It was mental, and I don't know. I just feel like that's just what I need to show myself. Even though between the losses, there's been long gaps that I've been working on, and you can see the improvements. Watch the fights, my striking and grappling, both fights between even Todd and Ben Cooper. I thought my striking was a lot better. Honestly, I really did. Same with my grappling. I thought my grappling was a lot better. With Todd, it was kind of there was certain bits that I didn't get. When I had him on the floor, I could have came up and just wrapped his neck, but I stayed on the legs. Yeah. Or I could have took his back. I know what I do now. I see the openings better when I watch my fights back. So that's what I think.
I want to talk about the bulking up / beefing or whatever you want to call it. What is the plan to kind of utilise that and make sure you do it effectively so next time you step inside the cage, you're not overly blown up or, you're in the best shape basically of your life? Or what is the plan in your action and what have you set aside?
I was eating clean for the entire Ben Cooper fight, so my weight stagnated, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Same with, I'm trying to think, with the Todd Heron fight, I was eating clean because obviously it was a short turnaround, so I couldn't really put that much weight on. But now I'm seeing extra 2 kilos since the Ben Cooper fight. I've just recovered from the weight cut a month ago, because I went away. And then by the May 2 months, I was recovered from the weight cut properly, started putting weight on. I'm massive now. I don't think I can make bantamweight for one more fight after this one. For one more fight at bantamweight, I'll go up at featherweight, 100%.
So what stops you maybe taking a fight at featherweight next? Or is that just, you just One more bantamweight.
It's literally just the difference of a few kilos, mate. That's all it is. Just if there wasn't any water cutting, I'd probably just take it at featherweight. But I feel like people are gonna be a bit too big. It'll be the same issue. Just give us a few more kilos, and I'm up featherweight 100%.
Absolutely. I think last time we spoke, obviously it was Revise and Conquer, but now obviously it's different. We spoke about the TikTok, and I just want to talk about a little bit about that. Every time I go on your TikTok, I see. Look at the comments. It's a crazy world in there. Just talk to me about that. What goes on there?
It's what happens when you give a bunch of like 18 to 15-year-olds a platform and like speak in the comment section. They just say the most outrageous stuff. Like, I know for a fact I don't believe anything I said when I was a kid. Or like most of it. I know you were a kid, you would have said some stuff. Everyone would have. So I just think of it and think it's character development for them. Like, if you want your opinion to be read by us, put it in the comment section. I read every single one. Even if it's hate, I just laugh at it because everyone that comments hate, they don't have any fights. So I'm like, everyone that chooses love, like, they do well in the life, I've realised. Everyone that doesn't, just keep on giving us hate. It gives us more money at the end of the day. So I don't really care, and I read it and I laugh at it.
I was going to ask you how you deal with that, but you put the nail on the head there. Just sort of like look at that, and I remember you've actually put some of your fights up there on obviously TikTok to people to watch. How do you kind of deal with them probably negative comments about your performance? How do you deal with that?
I just laugh, to be fair. Look at the Todd Heron one on my TikTok. Him and all of his mates, there's like 15 of them commenting, "Oh, you lost." I went, "Yeah, I know. Why do you think I posted it, mate?" I was breaking it down. It was like they were trying to like tell us something I already didn't know. I was like, "Mate, like I don't need to use all. You went in the fight. It was me and him. I posted the breakdown, and there you go. Like I know fine well I'll take that match anytime at bantamweight or featherweight against him. I know I'll beat him at a higher weight class. I took on 3 weeks at flyweight, so there you go. I don't really care about that fight."
Obviously, you're 18, so you've got many years left in in the game, especially the amateur scene. So you had a few fights in the amateur scene right now. Yeah. What's that target for you to have that until you move on and you go to the next step in your career? What is that? How many fights would you like in your amateur scene before you ultimately move on?
I want in between 10 and 15. I'm not gonna lie. It all depends on how it plays out with injuries. If I get any of them, or any just unfortunate like COVID, it hindered a lot of people's performances. In amateur, they obviously had to go pro a bit early. It all depends on the timing of everything. Who's like about to fight, what shows are ready to fight. But I want 10 and 15. I want to fight the best of the best. Obviously, get a few titles. Know where my holes are. So when I go to pro, I've got no holes, and it's straight to the UFC from there.
Would the IMAFs or the European Championships would they entice you potentially down the line?
100%. Obviously, I don't like the rule set because there's shin guards, but you get multiple fights in a day. You win them all for the experience. It's mental. I think it's the best way to do it. Obviously, Kenny from my gym's doing the Worlds. Just follow the same footsteps as usual, and then straight to pro after IMAFs if I can do that, which I think I can.
That's it. You just mentioned Joseph Kenworthy. That's a good talking point, by the way. We'll talk a little bit about him. How good is he? Because every time I've seen him fight, it looks like he's improving, looking better. 6-0, 7-0 now. Just won his last fight. 8-1. That's it. 8-1 now. Just won his last fight, and as you mentioned, they're going off to represent Team England. Is that something that you obviously mentioned there? You aspire to do, obviously with the great hands of Joe Mugnow. No,
it's 8-1 or 7-1 on the two. I think Kenny's he's already pro level 100%, mate. Like when he spars us, like. There's not much I can really do. Obviously, I can hang with him with the hands, but if in the cage he takes us down, I'm getting up that entire 5 minutes or 3 minutes, whenever the round is. So that's when I know I'm in the cage, someone takes us down. I know I'm getting up because I've had him held us down for that long.
This is the sort of training partners that you need, though. This is 100%. What you need to get better. Is that the feeling of Joseph Kenworthy is good, a good, what's the word? A good person to have inside the gym to get better, basically.
Honestly, he pushes us so much. Him and Sam Willis, like, I never have an easy round. It's never 100% hard, but the intensity is so high. And I know that it's just, when I get in the cage, I've fought better people, I've sparred better people, and it's just do the right thing on the right day.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, Cole Lloyd, he looks to return. Hopefully this year, Machine MMA, maybe Rise and Conquer November 1st, Machine MMA November 15th, and we'll catch you then. Cole Lloyd, mate, an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
See you later, man.